Lanjut lagi ke episode kedua main Sherlock Holmes. Nah sekarang kita ke bentar gue lupa button start ya. Nah ini dia nih, back to Cordona. Kita ke makam ibu ya sekarang. Terakhir kan bisa nyelesain kasus yang apa namanya?
A free ride for every.
Alright. Nyelesain kasus yang si Ken tuh apa? Tongkat tuh. Gak taunya ada penjahat, itu ada maling. Nah sekarang visit makam ibunya, datengin makam ibunya.
Is everything alright? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
Gak apa-apa kan?
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with
Keren
my mother's
baju
passing.
baik.
So you really don't remember?
What do you
Ya
refer?
setan sih sini nih, si John nih.
Sherlock, you
John
were distraught.
Watson.
At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. I couldn't fathom why she would leave me.
Perhaps that pain is best left forgotten.
On the contrary, it's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
Datang ke pemakamannya buat ingat dia. Ingat ibunya.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I
ini
saw
dia.
how unsettled he was by the long requiem.
Mycroft kan abang ya kan? Mycroft and I had to leave for London.
The service was
Harus ke
sparsely
London
attended.
setelah meninggal.
Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came.
The chance never came.
I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's okay.
Keren ya. Rest in peace, Violet.
A pocket watch. It seems familiar, John. Why is it here?
Watch, ambil.
This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it.
Violet Ham.
The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently.
Baru ditaruh.
Rest in peace, Violet Holmes.
Goodbye, mother.
Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, baru ada yang nyalain.
A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
This is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested?
Mana lagi nih?
This is excessive, Sherlock. Can you not let the mystery be?
Dia kata si John udah biarin aja apa kata. Tapi si Sherlock nggak mau. Let's go di sini. Mysterious, the pocket watch belong to my mother. Cannot someone like cannot. Kudu nanya berarti. Bung, mau nanya Bung. Punya waktu kah? Halo, siap.
Are you...
What? John has been my friend itself. I can't remember time without him. He cannot accept it only. What the fuck, kan bener kan? Bener kan? My imaginary friend doang si John Watson di sini. Kemana ini anjing? Tadi ada. Oh ini di.
A man in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prince suggests he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure
Let's
you,
go.
I do not care.
Well, it was going to be very impressive. Come on then.
Si
Show
itunya
continues
menaik
ahead.
sepeda. Masih mana dia? Jatuh. Ini jatuh anjing. Left or right? Ini dia. Oh, ini.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there.
Oh, ada nih. Oh, bukan.
The hospitaller crypts.
Kebalik.
If memory serves, they're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old
Iya,
tree.
kebalik. Nah, ini dia.
I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercurio.
Mercurio. Once. Satu lagi. Ini apa sih? Mana lagi? Oh, ini dia.
It's stained with oil paint.
An artist working in a cemetery. Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
Tadi. Let's go. A man wearing suits for office. This one dia. Tadi nggak ada lu tong. Bisa tiba-tiba
Oh,
ada.
it's that ridiculous.
Be nice,
Oh,
Sherry.
iya.
Mr. Holmes,
Yang aneh.
did you come
tuh
for
kan.
another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal. It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
How
Datang
did you
lu.
come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I
Alright.
heard your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere
Apa
proximity?
closure itu artinya?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from
Kita lihat
afar.
translate
You had to
dulu.
come here to accept the truth of her death.
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother.
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption.
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed them either way.
She
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Bye-bye. Bahasanya
Are you
susah.
all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Alright.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that
A
may
man
shed
wearing
further
suits,
light.
udah kan. Kita kemana lagi sekarang? Ferdinand mentioned there was supposed to get a murder death.
He's odd, Sherry. Even odder than I.
So where do we go? Where do we go now? Which narrow my kecilkan living servant green saya sarai. Kalah gua membetnya. Ini udah bener, ini udah bener. Let's go pulang. Lele salam chat map. Wow ngelag banget. Keren bay. Let's go home. Udah bisa kan? Ini apa ini?
Are you able to help me?
So, you think if
Salah,
you
salah,
have
ya,
money
Mak.
we should bow to your whims? No, sir.
Oke. Ke mana sih? Ini apa? Kodona Sarai kan? Cemetery, Bridges, Police Station, ke Police Station berarti ya. Ini apa nih? Green Sarai ini dia. Let's go penyari.
Look at what you've done.
Apa?
May I ask for your assistance?
Salah.
Find your answers somewhere else.
Oh, ini ternyata.
Strangulation of a noble woman.
Interested in some Cordona news?
Yes. Bye. 80.
Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Alright then. Wait, kita ke nah ini deh. There was a police station in my either that through Fogel claim CERITA. But they did there was something in it. 10 years ago, we were living somewhere in Grand Sarai. Iya. Ke sono no tandanya no. Ini mana sih? Sini bukan. Goblok di pencet itu ya. Sini kan? Oh belum, masih jauh. Oh ini kantor polisi. Ini ya. Oh bener baik kantor polisi. Enggak deh.
Stark
Oh, yeah,
do
but
this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes, what is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop
Robbante,
sketching the
no.
thief and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
Alright. Where's the address, man? Ini dia. Kita ke nyari si sketch thief-nya dulu.
Hello.
Halo. Kemana saya skip-nya di mana? Mana tadi? Ini dia. Salah. The police need to just locate intersection Knight RD Trinity Way Scaladio Trinity Way. What the fuck ini apa? Gimana tadi? Knight RD Trinity Way. Knight RD. Sini kan Scaladio. Knight RD sini lah. Bukan. Knight RD Basar RD. Oh ini Trinity Way. Knight RD. Trinity Way Knight RD persimpangan. Sini berarti nih. Antara sini nih. Sini. Bener kan Trinity Way. Ya sekitar situ lah. Lewat mana nih? Kanan. Miss Nini. Nah ini dia. Mana nih? Mana sih di sini parselir? Mana cok? Ini.
Do you know anything about this?
Salah.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Yang mana Miss Nini ya? Ah ininya goblok nih. Oh ini. Assalamualaikum Miss Nini.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
Ini.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat up looking. An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind. I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Senor Holmes.
Senor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
Alright. Atraskal berandalan. Jangan.
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Nothing. Ini dia. Selalu mana? Ada. Pencet woy. Udah. You hit the atmosphere for the gas and even the rest of the locally as Sherlock responsible. Alright, right robe. Ataraskal. Ini dong. Salah kok. Kacamata. Astagfirullahaladzim. Gimana sih nih? Nah, RT ini kan. Oh pakai ini. Ini kayaknya. He was beaten up atas kalau benar.
No, those clothes are wrong. He was dressed in a very fancy beige suit. Must have...
All right.
Kunci bagi. Oh, nggak bisa ganti.
He did wear glasses.
Iya.
All right.
He was wearing a hat. Didn't I tell you about the
No.
hat? It didn't go well with his suit. That man had...
Well, what did it look like?
Oh, just,
Okay, regular black hat. Regular black hat. Okay. Let's go.
Something isn't right. Something isn't right.
Nggak bisa regular black hat. Ini tuh. Masa iya pakai ini anjing?
No, signore. That
You didn't tell me it was a bug.
But I did. You would. Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mum, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it.
Okay.
If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you kain Mom.
Thank you,
Thank you,
signore.
madam. Thank you, my madam. Let's go, let's go. Balik ke kantor. Awas tong. Ada. Mana nyawana? Mana dia? Saya lupa. Oh kan salah. Ini lihat kalau gitu. Let's go.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Whatever your name is. Gimana Arca? Let's go, let's go. Halo Om. Crime. Open the Vega Story. Udah gua apin kok. Oh, udah bisa. Benar kan? Benar sekali. Dia sebenarnya lagi nyari apa sih? Nyari maknya. Kenapa?
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona.
Really? What else do you remember?
What? The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Alright.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Nyari rumah. Ya sekarang. Gonzales. Bisa nggak? Nggak bisa belum. Guestbook. Let's go. Waduh. Nyari rumah begitu boy. Susah sekali.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady
Hilang
business,
aja
but
gitu
that's
ya.
besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't worry about it. Consider yourself a temporary one-man independent police force. That's a bit of a mouthful. There's just one small, minor, basic formality. You'll need to complete our physical training course. Easy.
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
So, you're a newcomer.
I don't know.
We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic. A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to
Oh,
verify
kita
your
nembak-nembak.
skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Alright. Salah. What's next?
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
Hooray!
Proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
Alright, thank you.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood.
Iya dia.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood.
Press B. Oh.
Steady, Sherry. Steady. My favourite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage and don't forget the environment.
Terus. Oh.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much time. Let's move on.
Alright.
Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armour. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed him if he was alive. All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here and use your snuff box on them, you can definitely overcome them, Sherry. It's all calculated. Look at that helmet of his. You won't be able to get the powder past it.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy.
Oh, udah.
Well,
kaget
I'm
gua
almost finished with the
tiba-tiba.
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. But true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
I'm
Always
ready.
ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Alright.
Worried?
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Press A.
Good luck, Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
I'm coming for you.
Ow.
Overcome him, don't rush.
Kenapa sih?
I couldn't miss the party.
It won't work this way.
I'm coming for you.
Bukan.
I'm coming.
Oh.
I couldn't miss the party. I'm coming.
Weaken him first.
Belakang lagi, belakang.
I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
Aduh. Nggak mau sih.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Belum. Oh.
The snuff's ready.
Nah. Deh.
I couldn't miss the party.
Sini tuh. Oh, oh. Wow. Oh.
Overcome him, don't.
Susah
I'm
masih.
coming.
Mati dong. Oh, segitiga.
I'm coming for you.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Udah lagi nih.
Can overcome the brute now.
No more crime for you.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Susah.
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant.
Konsultan.
Well, it's now your duty to
kriminal,
make
kan?
this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
May I?
No, no.
Thank you, my friend.
Sir, but I
Now.
don't have the answer.
Shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Let's go cari rumah, geng. Grand Array, di Grand Array. Udah sejam kali ya. Nyari komentar kali ya. Oh, belum ngelut. Ntar gue cek dulu. Belum lah. Lanjut. Stone Manor, lokasi Stonewood Manor. Kita ke Stonewood Manor. Ini apaan? Bandit lahir, ntar lah. Stonewood Manor, Old City, Skala Dio, Grand Array sini kan. Stonewood Manor located must be located. Claim Birch Church on a hill. Oh, church on a hill. Hill. Where's the hill? Pindah dulu lah. Kita masuk dulu deh. Lurus ya ini. Gue masuk ya. Lurus ke sini dulu deh. Ke square. Masuk ke square. Marhaban. Selamat datang. Ini terus ke sini dia. Ini kali ya. Lurus ya. Ini di bawah ya. Apa ini rumahku? Kan. Ini Stonewood Manor nih. Ini kan. Wih, ini cok. Wih, bener.
Hey, Sherry. There's post here.
Should I have this letter now? My brother.
After reading that,
Seems
I
as
am
if the
even
letter
less
was
eager to
delivered
return
recently.
home than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the Mycroft.
Sampai rumahnya udah. Rumah udah tua banget. Abadon.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Guestbook.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine to me, Sherry. This barrier. Perhaps it's mental, not physical.
Or perhaps the rest of us are simply constrained by reality, John. I wonder if there's a key secreted somewhere in the garden.
Take a look around, Sherlock.
Right.
I'm sure you'll discover something.
Garden.
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
What the fuck is this, man?
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an
Hey,
arrest.
that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details.
Remembering my boss. Berarti. Contoh. Enggak, hey. Huh? John Suggest I tried to remember the full story about policeman in front of our manor. Mana dia? In front of our manor. Mana dia pasal ni kan? Oh, ini dia.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was?
What is it? Sign?
I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
Who are you?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges.
Oh, ini si Juno.
The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother.
Mana?
Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. wasn't angry we stole,
Bingung
but
gua.
that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must
Why,
have been only a
intinya?
couple of months after we moved to Cordona.
Cuman ngingetin masa
Oh,
lalu doang.
The good old days. Whoa.
Alright.
How very odd. It
Ooh.
appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves
Dia
further
takut buat
investigation.
masuk ya.
Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Ayo masuk. Alright boy. Kayaknya bentar gue cek dulu. Udah cukup lah 50 menit. Thank you udah ngeliat. Lanjut besok kayaknya. Seru. Makin penasaran gue main game, makin susah, makin bahasnya makin gak ngerti. Dan terima kasih udah lihat. Bye.